Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and today we have Mr. Naman Jain with us in our success story series. He has cleared RBI Grade B examination. Hello sir, welcome to EduTap.
Hello ma'am, thank you.
So first of all, heartiest congratulations for clearing such a big examination. You must be feeling really good, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
One of the best examinations.
Yeah, exactly. Before starting, before sharing all the strategies that you followed for phase 1, 2, and for the interview, we would want you to first tell about your educational background. So, all over to you.
Okay. Ma'am, I've done my BTech graduation, BTech in computer science and MS in computational linguistics from IIIT Hyderabad. It was an integrated dual degree course, so it was from 2010 to 2015.
Right.
So this was my education background for the graduation.
Yeah. So from an engineer to an RBI aspirant. So how did this journey go?
Okay, if I may say so, it's been a long journey. So actually, I didn't know about RBI, to be honest, when I left the college, because I wanted to prepare for civil services. So I started directly preparing for civil services. In 2016, from a friend, I got to know that there is an examination. RBI recruits through an examination, RBI Grade B. But that was only that I knew. And he suggested me that you should appear in this examination. So I just appeared to see what this examination is. Yeah. So I was not serious. And after that, in 2018, I thought that because I couldn't succeed in civil services, so I thought let us also prepare for this examination. Because of the reason that much of the syllabus from this, the preparation that is required for RBI and for the civil services, they intersect. So one a person who is preparing for civil services, it's easy for the person to also prepare simultaneously for RBI, and it doesn't require a individual different effort that you don't need to read so much differently for this examination, except some definitely for the optional subjects, finance and management. And then I started in 2018. I appeared, but because the preparation, the examination coincided with the civil services means, so I couldn't appear. In 2019, again the same thing happened. And in 2020, there was no examination. So
thanks to COVID, huh?
Blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Yes.
So in 2021, I appeared in this examination, and fortunately, I cleared.
Yeah. So UPSC somehow it did help with the examination.
Yeah,
right?
Actually, if I didn't come to UPSC, then definitely I was not going to. I may not know that there exists such an examination.
Right. So, and I want to tell everyone that he cleared all the phases when he was doing job. Yeah. So it isn't like that he was just at home preparing 24/7. He had a job also. So again to this, that because you were preparing for UPSC, that's why it was easier. But still, there must be a time constraint because of the job, right? So how did you manage that? Because the syllabus, it also changed, the pattern changed, right? Yeah. So tell us something about that.
I think the pattern change also proved to be a blessing, because now this time they have introduced subjective answers.
Right.
And I have appeared in mains examination for 4 to 5 times in the civil services, so it helped. So definitely that was a relief now that there is a different. So those people who have been preparing last year, this is on the old pattern, they definitely must have faced some problem.
Yeah.
Because there is a sudden shift here, and the notification, they didn't provide enough time. I think notification came in the end of the January, and the examination was in the first week of March. So they didn't provide much time. So for the subjective part, it was easy that I knew how to write the answers. For the syllabus, like during the job, it was I joined my job in February only, in the almost end of the February. So in the job, because I joined the job, so initially it was there was not much work in the job for the month of the March, and that also helped me. But there was a lot of traveling. 4 hours of traveling. I'm in Mumbai at present. Mumbai Customs. I've joined as an inspector examiner. So in the train, I used to read and
Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
prepare
yeah, I
while
used to prepare
while
on
going and
the
coming from office.
yeah, while going from, because in the office it was not allowed. I couldn't
Yeah.
study definitely there. Then in the weekends, in the Saturday, Sunday, the phase one I think was easy, being an engineer and background, and I've also appeared because I've cleared RBI phase one even before, but couldn't write the mains examination because the exam
Because
coincided.
yeah.
So my preparation was I was prepared for the phase one. For phase two, I got 1 week before the examination, because my training was also actually started in the job. So there I used to get some time in between. So there I prepared. So it was actually a hectic journey that 1 month. I was even not sure of clearing phase one, because this was, I believe this was the hardest, the most difficult phase one of RBI in the past 6 to 7 years, and
Yeah.
also the lowest cutoff that it has been. So
Right.
only
So
after
the
clearing phase one, I thought, let's give the final push.
right, the universe was conspiring for your success.
Maybe. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so tell us about as you said earlier also, that because you were from BTech background, so this quant and reasoning section would be quite easy for you, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was.
And maybe GA. So what about GA, and what are the sources that you preferred for GA English, or what you suggest
Okay.
to the aspirants that with section, or how to prepare for any section? Do share with us.
Okay. For phase one, actually, for the quant and reasoning, though I did practice some of the questions, and but my main focus was on the time management of the examination. That in this amount of, because it is a compartmentalized examination, so they you have you have to attempt one particular section in only that limited amount of time. So I try to focus how many questions I can attempt in even that small window that they provided the time, and even I calculated the even the seconds, that in
Oh,
2.5 minutes I have to complete these many questions. So in that way, actually, I prepared for the quant reasoning. English was all okay. I focus mainly on the grammar part, so that it would be have been easy to attempt the questions, because I think if someone has a basics in English,
hmm.
someone has basics clear, so I think it will be easy to go with the English. For the current affairs, I followed multiple sources which are available on the internet, and also my previous preparation for civil services helped me for the foundational thing and the conceptual clarity and all these things. And I think for the one word type questions which have been in the current affairs for the past 4 to 5 months, I studied the EduTap, not the EduTap material, but the free videos that EduTap provide on the YouTube and its Telegram channel. So I used
Yeah.
to see those videos, and they are easy. I think anyone can watch them. I used to watch them at 2x speed, so that I can cover
Yeah.
much of the syllabus.
Yeah, exactly. That shows your time management.
Because it's a factual, because you have to in the end you have to only remember the facts. GS is
Right.
like that, and this time it was like that mainly.
Yes.
So
Uh,
this was the phase one.
yeah. So now phase two. Uh, See, the syllabus maybe most of people know, but yes, do share the sources which you preferred. But along with that, we want to know about how to structure the answer. That is the thing, right? For having good marks, a person, aspirant should know what best structure is preferable for the examination that they're appearing for. So, do tell us about this, that how to write a good answer along with the sources that you preferred.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, for the phase two, I focus mainly on the EduTap material. Definitely for the finance and management, solely on the EduTap material. I didn't read any other source for the finance and management. For economic and social issues, I did need a revision, because the conceptual clarity was there even before. So for the economics and social issues, and for the schemes also, I didn't much focus on the schemes, on the much facts, but the conceptual clarity, because it would, because the pattern of the examination, I found out it's going to it's changing. It's they are not just asking your factual knowledge, because they have just checked these factual knowledge in the phase one. So they
Right.
also ask for the conceptual clarity. So if you have clarity about the schemes, so it will be easy to remember many schemes which are similar in somehow in their proper in the details that are in the schemes. For the answer writing, I definitely watched the EduTap video, So the pattern that there is a body, there is a conclusion, and there is a introduction. This
Yes.
is introduction, body, and conclusion. I think everyone must need to follow this, and this is a general way of of presenting your answer in any of the examinations, even including RBI. So in the body, you have to give crisp either fact or the definition. It depends on the questions. There are 3-4 methods of introducing your answers, and EduTap covers that very well. It provides all the ways of answering the question, and I think in the body part, the one thing which may help the candidates is if also the preparation of phase one, because you cannot again study the factual part, the facts for the mains examination, because there is a limited amount of time. In phase two, you can only go in deep into the conceptual clarity for the subjects, or also the practice that you need to write in the examination. So while preparing for phase one, it is important to remember those facts even for the phase two. Don't just leave these facts with the phase one, because they are definitely going to help you. You cannot you cannot prepare again for the same thing which you have prepared. So definitely, if you are in your body, if you are telling something that this is the current situation of a country, or the economic growth is increasing or decreasing, so you just cannot write this subjective line. You definitely need to give some statistical detail or empirical evidence that yes, or there are examples you need to give. And for this, I think phase one preparation definitely helps. I think without that, I don't think in the limited time it is possible for anyone to start writing answers. And for the conclusion, I think there are also some ways of concluding an answer, but some of the strategies that I have used, like referring to the constitutional fundamental rights, DPSPs, and fundamental duties, you can definitely refer to, because this is the soul of our constitution, that's your preamble. And then the sustainable development goals, you can use them as the conclusion, or if there are some case studies like silver examples that have been, or success case studies, you can definitely conclude your answer with that, or the future goals of the government, or the budget, even the budget and the economic survey. These two documents, you can just refer them, and a single fact which has been mentioned in this document, you can use and just mention that it has been given in the budget or the survey. I think these are some of the ways of concluding an answer. And I think yes, EduTap actually tells this is the way to write an answer. So I think this is the simple way. And don't go much into the making your language flowery. Don't go into the English. They are not just they're not checking your English in, I think, subjective answers. They are definitely checking, because there is a separate paper for English. So in subjective answers, you must try to focus mainly on the content part. If there is some here or 1-2 mistakes in the grammar, it's okay, I think, because in that time which they provide, it's very difficult to write answer, because they ask us to write 600 and 400 words, so, and that too on computer. So I think
first we have to think the answer, then we have to structure that answer, then we have to write the answer.
And it is, I think, better to first like give 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes to write your answer in a rough sheet. They provide you rough sheets. So just make a simple intro, body, and conclusion. Just write 2 points, or the point that you're going to refer. Just some symbolic links kind of thing, and then just write the answer. Don't just jump on the writing the answer, because definitely, because while you are attempting the answers in the computer, it's their editor. It's slightly different, which we work on Microsoft Word or in different. So you can't go back and directly edit the answer. So your answer should be like that. It's one only. You have one attempt to write the answer. You just can't go and edit the answer. So just write it once in only one go, in one attempt. So for that you need some 1, 2 to 3 minutes preparation on the rough sheet, and that will definitely going to help. I think it helped me.
Right. What many aspirants do, they just give vague response or vague solutions. Right. So they should focus on the exact thing that they want to convey, or how the proper solution can occur. Right. Yeah. So that was about phase 2. And then for the third, the next phase, that is the interview. So there are 2 rumors in the market. One says that it is very jolly, chill kind of interview, and the other one says that no, they grill a lot. So you belong to that which school?
I think from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3, that is interview, it becomes gradually more unpredictable. phase one is the most predictable. Phase two, it's because there are subjective answers. There is a lot of material to study, so it becomes slightly more unpredictable. But interview is completely unpredictable in terms of just don't try to get into the minds of the interviewer. Just try to give your best, because many people actually debate on. I've seen that in many platforms in Telegram and other forums. They just try to get that there are three boards this time. There are three boards in the interview, and somehow people got to know that who is the chairperson of the board. So they try to get the profile of the person. I think that is not going to help you. That this person is with this profile, so I'll try to make my answers. And in that way, if you try to get into their minds, I think you lose your natural thing.
Yeah,
you try to
exactly.
make yourself in their line, and they don't want it. They just want something natural from you. And while you are not natural there, definitely you are going to be making some mistakes there. And you become more conscious that how I'm speaking, how I'm doing. You're not natural. And if you're not natural, they only provide you 15 to 20 minutes to judge. And it's definitely very less time to judge someone. But this is the process, and we can't help it. This is the best, I think, the way they have to judge the people. And I think in that process, just whatever things you have mentioned in your biodata, you must prepare them by heart. Because if you're making a mistake, you are writing some hobby and you don't know anything about it, they are definitely, it creates very bad impression. Either just don't write it, just mention only one hobby, one interest. Some people try to write 4 or 5 hobbies, just try to them impress, and then they got caught in their own web. So I think that is not going to help.
Right.
So, but it is unpredictable to some amount, but because they are asking your biodata, and it is up to you what you are, the details you are providing them. So in that way, it is predictable. And some of the things that basics you must know about the RBI, how it's working, functions, that you all can prepare the current issues you can prepare. And after that, just leave it to that day. Don't try to get, and don't try. I mean, this is one of the things that I used to do. I don't talk too much of the candidates that what they are going to ask. Because otherwise I will focus only on those questions. That these they are going to ask me. And then I may deliberately try to make some mistakes. I will definitely be making mistakes if I am going to only for those answers.
Yeah, right. Because we cannot fake ourselves, right? Because
they're highly experienced. They are highly experienced. You just can't.
Right. A person is already nervous for an interview, and then if you're gonna fake it, that would surely gonna backfire him, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, but coming to that part, so were they easy to you? I mean, the way they talked, or they were pretty much in strictness?
I think one must be clear that in this interview is that they are not there to rag us. They are there to select the best candidates. They are not there just to make fun of us or mock us. They are there. They were simply sitting there. They are just asking you some questions, and you are just simply answering. So some people take it this way that they are very strict. No, they are just. In my interview, they were very calm. Just asked these simple questions. I just answered them, and they didn't. Even if they sometimes ask you cross questioning, it just take it as a cross questioning. Don't take it that they are trying to make you feel low, or they're trying to make you fearful. It's not. They're not there. It's their daily routine to interview people. They don't know you. They don't have any relationship before or after with you. So why are they going to give you less marks or more marks with some biases? They're just going to judge you, and just go there and give your best. I think that is the way.
Yeah, that's very well said, that they do not have any grudges with us. So if they're just sitting there, if they're serious, so that's how they are. It doesn't mean if they're not smiling or they have just this strict tone, they have something against you, right? That is really
they don't know you. They just came to know you 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes before, just after reading a biodata. And how much a person can make biases reading a biodata?
Right, that's true. Maybe if you're faking it, then they get
definitely. Because then they may try to they may take it as that the other person is making us want to make us fool. Then they may definitely they're not going to be fooled by you.
Right. So Mr. Jain says for phase 1, you should focus. Time management is the key, right? Because you have sources to prepare. You can prefer any sources, but if you do not know how to manage time, that might backfire you. For phase 2, sir says that do not take take granted phase 1, right? Because when you're preparing for phase 1, do remember all the facts, so that would help you while writing the descriptive answers. And for the interview, sir says whatever you have written in your bio data that has been that you have to submit, then you have to be thorough with it and do not fake it. That is what he says. Just be yourself, and that is the key, right? Am I missing anything?
In the phase 1, I can say some people have this that you have to attempt the questions, but I think one thing is also important: what questions you do not have to attempt. Because in quant and reasoning, they definitely are giving you some questions that if you just attempt that question, you can waste the whole amount of time. You must know that I am not going to attempt this question because this is my weak area. I need to find my strength, and I need to just attempt. Because in phase 1, you do not have to top this examination. You just have to clear it, because its marks are not going to be added in and in the further phases. So you just have to clear, and that is, I think, important. What not to attempt in the examination, especially for the quant and the reasoning. In English and GS, most of the candidates attempt all the questions, but in definitely quant and reasoning, the candidate must know what not to attempt. So
Right.
I think that is very important.
Right. Know your weaker areas and your strength, and just do not waste time. Right. And one last thing that you want to say to all the aspirants, that they want to hear from you.
Okay. See, this examination just didn't happen. It has been a long journey. So I can only say that one of my friends used to say me, or you sometimes used to motivate me by this saying that कि रात कितनी भी काली होती है, सूरज तो निकलेगा ही, और जितनी रात काली होती है तो सूरज निकलता है, वो उतना ही ज्यादा चमकीला होता है. तो ये तो आप समझ लीजिए कि अगर आप किसी रात से गुजर रहे हैं, sometimes I've been seeing that people, many candidates have not been selected, and they might be have been definitely deserving. I cannot say that those whom have been selected, they are deserving. Even those who have not been selected this year, they are definitely deserving, and they are going to appear. But कि अगर आपने ठान लिया तो ये हो जाएगा, मतलब ये नहीं होगा कोई और इसके इक्विवेलेंट एग्जाम, दे आर डिफरेंट एग्जामिनेशंस, नाबार्ड, सेबी, यूपीएससी, और प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एनी ऑफ द एग्जैक्ट एग्जामिनेशन. तो रात अगर काली है तो दिन तो सूरज तो आना ही है. ये तो आप सोच लीजिए. बस यही एक, आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ द जो आपकी मोटिवेशनल फैक्टर बन सकता है. तो आप इससे बो डाउन ना हो कि अभी नहीं निकला तो अब कभी कुछ नहीं होगा.
Right.
I think this one should remember.
Yeah, and I also believe there is this wrong notion in the market that someone is preparing for UPSC, it's easier for them, because what I feel is they have studied hard for UPSC also. Yeah, so it's not like that it happened anything like that. They had prepared for UPSC, and that is why they found this exam easier, right? Yeah. So hard work तो करना ही पड़ेगा, चाहे कोई भी exam के लिए करो. Right. Right. So yeah, so that is all. If you want to say anything else, sir.
I think I would like to thank EduTap and all the help that they have provided. So I think even in the interview session, the feedback that I got, it helped me. Though I had the time only to attend one interview, one mock interview. So, but the feedback that I got, that helped me definitely for the interview to what more I need to study, and how I need to present in the interview in some of the areas, some of which are my weak points. And I think one of the best materials, one of the best, I must say, organized materials that are available in the market for not only for RBI, even for NABARD and SEBI. These some of the examinations actually I've been to, even I've seen these examinations, even started somewhere preparing for these examinations. So I think one of the best organized materials, if I can say, it's EduTap's material.
So we are so humbled to hear that. But yes, at the end, we are trying our best to give you the best for your preparation. And yeah, it's all for the aspirants, and it's aspirant hard work that get them where they are, right? So thank you so much, sir, for joining us, for sharing your experiences, for sharing your strategies and some good things that you have said. So thank you again.